Welcome to our Unearthing Data video presentations. This scientifically interesting story includes 5 videos of COVID-19 in the atmosphere with Dr. Brad Heggie. We will begin with step 1, preparing for the dig.
Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Unearthing Data. My name is Dr. Brad Heggie, and today we have a very special episode. We're going to be looking at the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic on the Earth's atmosphere. We're going to look at both COVID-19 case data, and we're also going to look at some interesting atmospheric data from NASA. So let's start our data dig and see what we can find. In this episode, we'll be focusing on answering 3 questions. First, how has COVID-19 spread among different populations? We will look at COVID-19 case data and population data in detail to answer this question. Second, what are the impacts of the changes in our lives brought about by COVID-19 on the air we breathe? Third, how are COVID-19, smog, and rain related? These 3 things listed in this question may not seem to be related, but the relationship is very important to understand the mechanism that links COVID-19 to the atmosphere. To answer these questions, we'll focus on 3 key areas in this episode. First, we will be looking at the COVID-19 data itself to better understand what the data show and where the data come from. Second, we'll be looking at the impacts of the changes brought about by COVID-19 on the atmosphere. And then finally, we're going to look at the relationship between COVID-19, smog, and rain. If you watched our first episode, I presented several steps that we follow in our data dig to be successful and to learn from the data. We'll follow the same steps in this episode. So if you have any questions or if you need more details on any of these steps, go back and watch episode 1. Today, we're going to add a new step, step 6, which is to communicate the findings of our data dig to others and evaluate the results. Also in this special episode, we will highlight the science practices from the next generation science standards presented here in this pie chart. Each of these pie pieces will appear throughout the episode whenever we use one of the practices in our dig. When doing your own data dig, use any of these practices at the start, during, or at the end of your dig to help your exploration. Think of these practices as tools in your tool belt that you can use at any time when appropriate. Let's get ready for our data dig. The first thing we need to do is pull out our notebook or open up a word processing document on our computer to record our thoughts. Let's think about the COVID-19 pandemic. It is a phenomenon that has affected everyone. Let's think about our experience with the pandemic and how it has changed our daily lives and the life of our community. Write down your thoughts in your Word document or notebook. Now let's think about how COVID-19 has impacted the Earth system. The changes to human behaviors and activities because of COVID-19 have been very impactful. So you can imagine that these changes have also been very impactful on the Earth system around you. Take a moment and brainstorm what you think are the connections between COVID-19 and the Earth system. To help with this question, I present a graphic organizer. If you're not familiar with it from other NASA data content, what this graphic organizer does is provide a way to help organize our brainstorm of the impacts of COVID-19 on each of the spheres of the Earth system. So starting from the top left and going counterclockwise, we have the biosphere, which is the green leaf. We have the atmosphere, represented by the blue cloud, the cryosphere with the purple snowflake, the geosphere with the red volcano, and the hydrosphere with the blue raindrop. To use this graphic organizer, write down the impacts of COVID-19 on each sphere in the corresponding boxes. For example, if you think COVID-19 has impacted water quality, you would put water quality in the blue box with the raindrop.
Video 1 is now finished. Please proceed to video 2, step 2. Understand the data that describe COVID-19.